I ask people to give me a year. If they give me a year, you'll be sorted for life. Well, I can't guarantee that, but you should be sorted for life if you're giving me a year and follow what we do.
I tell you what, there's one common theme that I've found with these interviews is that people have said, I got in, I didn't know what it was, but I was just going to make it work. And that's it. That's all I was interested in, making it work.
Yeah.
And the people that say that achieve it.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're watching this right now, if you're thinking, what's the secret? It's just stick with it and learn it.
I'll give you the secrets, guys. The slow way is the fast way.
Yeah.
Right. The other secret is it is incredibly easy. It is Forex trading is so easy because the price can only go up or down. It's only got two options. That's all it can do. Right. That is it. If you toss a coin, in theory, right, you'll have some level of success. It doesn't work. I've tried, but testing, I've tested loads. Okay. So it doesn't work. But in theory, guys, you've only got up or down. Now, if you then look at other things, and we have something called support and resistance, where you know when it gets to that line, if you draw a line on a chart at a certain place, which we teach you, how easy it is to spot support resistance, John?
Well, if I look at I think unit 1 or unit 2 actually go through support and resistance anyway, so it's already explained.
When the price hits that line, that's where you've only got the two options. When it hits that line, it's either going to bounce or break.
Yeah.
And then we know if it breaks, it's usually going to come and retest, right? So it'll go up a bit, then come down a bit, and then go back up. So you can spot all this. What gets in the way is up here. We live in a microwave society. I wanted to double my money in 30 days. Why? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's what when I was a younger man, if I wanted to, I've got some. Those are record sleeves up on the wall there, right? Okay. When I wanted to get the latest, I'd say the latest Frankie Goes to Hollywood album, they only did 2, but we were all waiting for Frankie Goes to Hollywood to release their album. And I had a part-time job to get money to buy albums, right? So I had to get the money. Then I had to wait for release day. Then I had to wait until I could get out of school at lunchtime to actually go and buy the thing. Then I had to wait till I got home to actually put it on the record player so I could actually listen to it. But then I could only listen to a bit because I had to go to work, which is how I got the money to pay for the damn thing. And then before you know it, it's 9:30 at night. It's the first chance I got to listen to it. Now, if I go, I want to listen to that album, what do I do? Spotify even. I don't even have to buy it. I can just listen to it straight away. Or pay a subscription. That's the society, and the internet has done all this. This is the society we live in. And Forex isn't like that. We can do what we do because of the internet. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
But the mindset is you've got to give it a year. And what's a year out your life?
So I know a lot of people watching this, if they've gone through all the units, and this is unit 5, they're going to be looking at your statement that you just made. Forex is so simple, and they're going to go, no, it's not. I've looked at all these charts and these flashing lights and these things and lines, and it's really complicated.
I tell my story. I always tell them. I tell it on some of the live trading, right? And actually, let me make a note of this because this is important, all right? So when I started, guys, okay, we have a thing called lot sizes, and you don't just say, "Hey, I want to." You do in effect. Now I know you do in effect say, "I want to risk $1 per pip," right? And pip is how we measure the movement. I haven't seen the units, John, so I'm assuming you've taught them basically what pip is. Okay. Yeah. So you kind of have to go, well, $1 a pip is 0.1, and it might be different on different currency pairs. So you have a Forex calculator to help you work out what it is exactly. So it might be 0.12 is $1 a pip. Okay. So anyway, so the guy that I joined when I started using the company that we use for the tools and everything, he asked me how much money I'd made on a trade. And I go, I haven't got a clue. And he's like, how can you not have a clue? It tells you right at the bottom of the screen on your phone. And I'm like, yeah, but with lot size, I don't just say $1. I have to go and work this out. So if this says 2.52, what does that mean? And he goes, it means you've made $2.52, you idiot. It tells you. And I'm like, well, what would it hurt him to put a dollar sign on? And then the other thing is, I am not kidding. People don't believe me. I actually had a Post-it note on my wall. Buy is up and sell is down. Because I could never remember which way was up or down. But what I'd say, it's like, I know, John, I've seen you do some plastering on some of the houses and stuff that you're renovating and stuff like that. Did you just like decide one day you were going to do some plastering and know how to do it that afternoon?
I remember years ago, I think a plasterer didn't turn up, so I thought I was have a go myself, and it just got kind of good, and I thought I can do this, and went from there.
So you get in, you give it a go. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
When it's like learning to drive a car. When the instructor says, yeah, so what you got to do basically, you've got to use the clutch, you've got to use the accelerator, you've got to use the brake, you've got to remember when to use the handbrake. Obviously, you're going to steer, remembering mirror signal remover, check your mirror all the time. You've got to keep looking in your mirror so you're aware what's going on behind you, but your eyes should be focused on the road in front of you. Well, how the hell can I do that? You've got to be aware of what's going on to the left, aware of what's going on to the right while you move. And I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but when I first drove a car, I stalled it, I'm bumping it, I'm doing all this, trying to get it all right. Same with this, guys, but this is why we say you start with demo, you get the mechanics down. And what I wrote down there, what I wanted to say is when I started, we didn't have the stuff we have now. And the stuff we have now that has really made the difference. And John will, don't listen to me, John will tell you the reason why John's doing this, I assume, is because you're seeing the success stories that are coming out of the group. We do up to 6 hours a day of live trading. And some of the best comments I get are when we don't actually take a trade even. Because it's just nice to be able to see where you're moving the mouse to be able to do a buy limit order. It's nice to see how you are marking up the chart, because I didn't realize that you could draw a horizontal line on the chart, even though it's like really simple. But that's how we all start. So we do what we've done I've been here just over 3 years now. And what we've done as a group, and we don't charge for any of this. You need the tools we use, because otherwise what's the point? You can't copy us unless you have the tools, but we don't charge for any of this. And it's because we've got people like John, for example, who give up their time, to do things like this and help. But we do up to 6 hours a day of live trading. We've simplified the strategies down now. I mean, at the minute, we are focused on 2 strategies that are very, very simple. In fact, what we do is every live trading session, we go through this checklist. So we even have a checklist, to actually keep us on track as well. Like I say, trading is simple. It's hard when you're doing it in front of like 60 people and they're all asking you questions and stuff to stay on track. So I have a checklist. And I tell everybody to check that out, because it's easy to get distracted by kids. John's, before we started this, on the dogs, and it might jump up, it's easy to get distracted, even though Forex is incredibly simple, really. Use the checklist, So we've got these 2 strategies now that they suit everybody, no matter what time. If you're busy at work all day, we have one of the strategies in particular is really good if you work all day. If you're a bit more aggressive like me and you want to, I've got an hour, I want to trade, and we have a strategy for that as well. So you can do that. And both of them are the simplest yet effective strategies. And my results at the minute are 92.5%. That's out of about, I can tell you, it's up on the screen here. That's out of 121 trades, I'm winning 92.5%. And nobody can tell me I'm a scammer, because I do it live, don't I, John, in front of people?
Well, I say to people that I read the books, I looked at the audios, I always got stuck halfway through, and I thought, well, that book doesn't make any sense, because it's too complicated, and if I can't understand it, nobody else can. That's my mindset. But when I knew about you and I met you, and then you said, okay, we're doing live coaching, I just thought that's a complete and utter no-brainer. To be able to be shown every day, several times a day, as much as you want, to go through trades step by step, how we do it, and then the next day you do the same thing again, repetition, and you learn it. And I remember, but I thought it was fantastic. But from my point of view, when I first started doing the live trading, I remember being sat there thinking, never going to get this.
Scared to press the button.
Never going to get this. What they're talking about? How do they know all this stuff? And I was on demo account for quite a while before I actually thought, right, you've got to make the decision now. You've got to learn to start, doing your own money. But literally, it's the live coaching, bar none, as to why people are succeeding with this.
It's the best thing we ever did, and I actually fought against it. We use tools and products from a company, and they do a lot of live trading. So I'm like, why do I want to be there? I mean, I'm on at 9 o'clock Monday to Friday. We've got somebody who's on at 8. We've got somebody on at 1. We've got somebody on at 2. We've got somebody on at 7 in the evening. And then on a Tuesday and a Thursday, we've got Brian and Anne. They're not married. They're in different countries, but I always think of them as a couple. But Brian and Anne, they're on Tuesday and Thursday nights. It's like 2 in the morning, I think, for us. But that's great for US, great for Canada, great for Australia. So you don't have to be on them all, guys. It's just you can watch the recordings. You can be on the ones that suit you. Though I fought against them, and I said, why people can just go to Iron Academy and get all the live trading from them. There's lots more, and they're the experts. Why would you listen to me? But people do, because we're not friendlier, but you can interact with us. We're on a Zoom. You can come on video. You can just be on audio. You don't have to speak. You don't have to talk if you don't want. You can just listen. You can type a chat in the message, and you can ask a question. No questions too stupid. No questions too advanced. If it is, I don't answer it. So that's easy. As long as it doesn't make me look stupid, you can ask any question you want, as long as I know it. But no, that's fine. But you touched on something else as well, like we do it every day. Guys, you master the mundane. We do the same thing every day, because how can trading be different every day? It isn't. If you have a set of rules, when, you know, I'm only talking about plastering because I've seen John put pictures of plastering up lately. But John, do you suddenly change the ratio of water to plaster mix?
Always the same.
You know, and because that's what you do. You know, one day do you use a different trowel, is it, or whatever they call it? Do you use a different one of those one day? Maybe different sizes or whatever. But do you fundamentally throw that out one day and use a completely different tool? No, it's always going to be the same range of tools that you have to do the job. It's always going to be the same mix. It's the same with Forex trading. And there's a line that one of my mentors taught me. He said, you've got to master the mundane. You turn up every day and you do the same things every day. And here's the thing with the risk. This is what I've really sort of understood in the last 6 months. That somebody told me before, but I didn't really understand it until 6 months ago. When you've got a strategy, and I'll tell you now, and John will back me up, you do not win every trade. And if anybody tells you they win every trade, just run out the room, okay? Because it is impossible to win every trade, because although we can predict what the market is going to do, that's all we can do. So we can predict. Whenever there's unexpected news, the markets can really fluctuate, okay? We have fail safes in place for that. It's called a stop loss, okay? So you master the mundane, right? We know we're going to lose some. So what I've really understood in the last 6 months is that I am the casino owner. How many casinos do you know that have gone bust, John?
None, unless there's real problems. But no, they always.
So what you're telling me is that at any point somebody could come in and could basically take all the money from the casino with one solid bet, and yet no casinos go broke. The reason, well, there's none that I know of, right? And the reason for that is the casino owners know that some punters are going to come in and take a chunk of money from the casino. They know that. But overall, the odds are stacked in the casino owner's favor. Same with Forex. And you have to switch from being a gambler. I want to double my money in 30 days. When I started, I had completely the wrong mindset. I was a gambler, right? You got to go from being the gambler to the casino owner, knowing that these trades are like your punters. If you follow the strategy and you follow the rules that we give you and go over with you live, so you can actually follow us live and go over them, right? If you follow that, we know that every now and again, somebody's going to come and take some money off me and I'm going to lose a trade. Okay? But if you follow the rules and you keep going, I might lose the next one. And I might even lose the next one. And I might even lose the one after that. But I know I'm going to win 92.5 times out of 10. Yeah. Sorry, 92.5 out of 100. You can't win 92 out of 10, can you? But 92.5 out of 100, my win rate might go down to 9 out of 10. Not bothered. Win rate might go down to 7 out of 10. I'll still be a profitable trader. I've got a lot of leeway at the minute. And I've built up quite a nice pot because of what I'm doing. And I honestly can't see it going down to 7 out of 10, because if I lost a few in a row, I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. So I'm the casino owner. I can't lose. It's wonderful.